What is it that you truly want by being an independent moving company owner? If you're like most small business owners, you want to be the name in your service area. You want to achieve a certain level of success so that you can live out the life you want to live, to do it on your terms. However, if you're like most small business owners and specifically independent moving company owners, you're struggling right now because you're trying to do two things at the same time: run your business day to day and grow your business. And those two things are difficult in and of themselves, but to do them together and to do them well is really, really a challenge. However, some people are able to achieve not only success, but greatness. They go by having a really good company and turning it into a great company. And I want to share with you today a very special guest. Of course, I'm talking about one of the most successful independent moving company owners in American history, and that's Jacky Fischer, owner and CEO of 3Men Movers. And we really got into this conversation because she was in Mexico vacationing, and we wanted to jump on the call just to have a discussion and talk a little bit about how is somebody able to run such a successful independent moving company owner as well as multiple other businesses, all that are successful. What is it? What does it take to be able to do that? And I can't wait to share with you in this series. The conversation took about an hour and a half, so I've split it up into about 3 different videos that I'll be sharing with you throughout the week. And just dive into what are the processes that she uses, what are the methodologies that she implements, what strategies, how does she handle the people side of it and the business side of it. I think this conversation is absolutely incredible, super powerful, and very important for you, our fellow independent moving company owners, to see that somebody just like you that started out exactly how you all started out has grown to this level of success where she runs her business and her life on her terms. How cool is that? Check it out, take a look, and listen to what she has to say, and then drop in any question that you have regarding your moving business. It doesn't matter where you're feeling stuck, whether it's on the sales side, marketing side, operations, accounting, customer service, fleet management, right? Facility management, all of these questions and factors that determine your success as a moving company owner. We'd love an opportunity to just give you any answers, give you our advice, and to share with you what we've done, maybe learn from you on things that we could be doing better. So I think that's what this whole, the business of moving is about. It's about connecting for MotoGo members. It's about, really sharing our knowledge and being able to put the gas down on your growth to see you transform yourself from the struggling independent moving company owner to the successful moving company CEO. Check it out.
I think the first thing to say is there is a time and place for everything. So when I went and got my MBA, I was talking to a bunch of engineers. So most of the guys in our MBA class were engineers. And they were telling me that they wanted to start their own business because they were tired of working this 9-to-5 job, and they really wanted work-life balance. They wanted to be able to set their own hours and be able to relax. And I just had to laugh because that doesn't happen at first. When you start your own business, you usually are the person like in the center of everything. So where I am now is a lot different than where most companies are when they first start out. And I remember when I first started out in the moving industry, I had customer calls and drivers calls and different calls at all hours of the day, like in the middle of the night, and waking me up from sleep. And I was dealing with so much stuff. But where I am today, I have processes and people set up to where it makes my life so much easier. And it's not just one thing. And I think if you look into any business consulting firm and they say, hey, you just have to do this one thing right and everything is great, I think they're selling you a bill of goods, because that's not the way it is. It's easy to say, but it's complicated to actually implement the things that need to be done. but it's a very complex problem that I can break down for people. But I know I'm in the process of writing a book, and my book publisher was saying, "What's the one piece of advice?" And that's how they like to sell you. They like to sell you this, like, "Hey, follow this one piece of advice," and it's just not like that. And so you have to look at everything from who you hire. You'll have some employees that when they find out you're going out of town, they take extended lunches and leave early. And then you have some employees that when they know you're going out of town, and they're your second kind of tiered of leadership, um, they know they need to stay late and work extra hard because there's going to be a void there, and there's going to be somebody missing from the team that's important. And you have to find people like that. And I always tell my team, look, if I go out of town, I need you to be there. When I'm in town, if you want to leave early or take a long lunch, that's fine. I got your back. But when I'm out of town, you got to have my back. And the same way with, if you want them to treat your vacation time as sacred, you have to treat your employees' vacation time as sacred too. So that urge to call your operations manager or your head of accounting, unless it's like a dire emergency, but your urge to find out an answer to a question right then and there, you can't do that. And you have to encourage other people on your team not to do that too, because they need to unhook and they need to enjoy their life with their family and then come back feeling refreshed and ready to slay the day and kill some dragons and so forth. So it's about that respect, that camaraderie at that leadership level. So that's super important. And then there's processes and there's that you have to set up and key indicators as well. That's extremely important. So like every day, I get this email sent to me. I'm opening it now. Let's see if I can find it for you. So I get this email sent to me, and it's our huddle report. And we meet every morning. We have a brief huddle meeting. And a lot of times, even when I'm on vacation, I like to go to that meeting. It's like 10 minutes long, and it's where everybody on the team gets together. And it's been especially beneficial during COVID, because during COVID, we're all in different places. So it's really brought the team together. We do a recorded Zoom call. The people who log on later in the day, they have a later shift. They can listen to that phone call and find out what's going on that day at the office. And then also we have our numbers. So I can look at this and say, okay, this is a good one. They're not always this good, but we're up 30% year to date. We've done 828 moves this week. This is a Friday. So I can see what percentage we're up. I can see the drivers on time scores, different people and how they're doing on the team. And so every business should look at their team and say, every business owner should look at their team and say, look, if I was on a desert island, which I'm not on a desert island, I'm in Mexico, but still, if I was on a deserted island, what are the numbers I need to understand my business? If I only had 2 or 3 numbers from each department, what would those numbers be? And get those numbers sent to them daily. So you can look at it, it's just like reading the newspaper in the morning, but it's about your business. You get that daily, and you get that little snapshot of what's going on with your business. And if anything's going wrong, you can dig into it. But I like it. It's kind of soothing to know everything's working out right. But if something wasn't, I'd have to make some phone calls. But usually it works out.
Well, I hope that you gained a lot of perspective and, it helped maybe spark some ideas, some questions that you have about your moving business. Of course, if you have any questions or concerns or anything you'd like to connect with me on, feel free to reach out, either DM me or send me a message at mitch@motogo.com. I really look forward to hearing from you. I can't wait till the next video. Take care, everybody. Have a successful and safe week.